Tonight on Sideline.
The fourth week of the high school football season brings us some beautiful weather and some great-looking matchups, starting with the big one in 6A. Davidson's calling LADO Stadium home again, and their old neighbor, McGill-Toolen Catholic High, comes a-calling to see who can stay undefeated. Spanish Fort is ranked number 5 in 5A. The Toros visit Faith Academy with hopes of keeping a winning streak alive. And on the Eastern Shore, you'll find out if the Admirals of Bayside got up enough steam to torpedo undefeated T.R. Miller. We turned on the GPS and hit our favorites list tonight, gathering highlights for another edition of Sideline.
You've got the best seat in the house, all the scores from all the big games. It's all coming up right now on Sideline. Sponsored by Palmer's Toyota Superstore. Now, here's Randy Patrick.
Well, I always say once the high school season kicks off, it flies, and we're already in week 4 of the season, and some teams still undefeated and trying to work their way to the top of the class, and who knows, put together a state championship year. Let's start with 2 of those teams that come into tonight undefeated. That would be McGill-Toolen and the Davidson Warriors. Lots of fans at People's Stadium. Remember, these 2 teams used to share the lip. Now Davidson's back at LAD, calling it its home field. And that's Cam Jackson for Davidson High School with the tough yards there, and a swarming McGill-Toolen Yellow Jacket defense stopping him there. Anthony Douglas takes the handoff, and he's not going to be stopped. Untouched, 7-0 in favor of the Warriors in the early going of this one. McGill's got an outstanding quarterback in Jason Smith, who's already committed to Auburn. He finds Harrison Imsad. What a catch, what a throw. 6 on the board, 14-14. This one went right down to the wire. And McGill-Toolen with a heck of a rally. They win it 29-28. What a game tonight between the Yellow Jackets and the Davidson Warriors. The Murphy Panthers, team that's now 2-1 after losing last week to those Davidson Warriors, taking on undefeated Blount tonight at Leopard Stadium. That's right, Blount under first-year coach Mark Hurt, off to a 3-0 start. Murphy on offense. And watch out, that Blount defense coming to play tonight. The tackle behind the line, and check out this great catch from the Murphy receiver, up and over, coming down with it. And this was quite a game too, and the Blount Leopards come away with a big second half and beat Murphy tonight 24-14. Blount looking to break in the top 10 with a 4-0 mark. Murphy slips to 2-2. The Theodore Bobcats having a tough time of it so far, coming off a 62-9 loss last week to McGill-Toolen, a team that, of course, is ranked in the top 10 at number 4. They're taking on the Baker Hornets tonight, and that's Barron Tyson with the big gain there for Baker, and he's not through. Baker off to a 2-1 start under Coach Jack French, who knows how to put a good game plan together. And that's Tyson with the call again. He's into the end zone, and it's a 7-0 lead for the home team, Hornets. The Baker fans liking what they see tonight. Baker driving again. Anderson rolls and finds Chase Teague, and Chase Teague is going to ramble down to the 1-yard line. He's finally taken down, and then Baker will take it in as Anderson on the keeper. Rolls off the pile. He's in. 14-0 in favor of Baker, and Baker gets the win tonight, and the defense gets the shutout. And Theodore's season, a long season, looks like it's going to even get longer. Bryant tonight, an MGM. Talk about a good football game here. Bryant, Kyle Brooks with the block punt into the end zone there. The sign, it's a touchdown. That's right, touchdown there for the Bryant Hurricanes, but Mary Montgomery going to come right back, as they did many times tonight. Burton Chappell with the touchdown, Chappelle, I should say, into the end zone for the score. Mary Montgomery right back after that miscue. Then Bryant going to come right back. Connor Kramer will find Joshua Banks on the upcoming play, and it will be good for a touchdown. It was 30-22 at the half in favor of Bryant. And when the game ended, Bryant held on for a 43-35 win. And Bryant gets its first victory of the season for Coach Eddie Stevenson. The Hurricanes 1-3. Mary Montgomery falls to 1-3, or I should say, yeah, that's right, 1-3 and 1-3. Next up, Baldwin County tonight at Fairhope. And the pirate ship firing as well as the fans on all cylinders tonight. Baldwin County coming in at 0-3. Fairhope at 3-0 and ranked number 10 in the state. Gabriel Phillips to Nate Andrews coming up here, and this is going to be a nice throw and catch. 79-yard touchdown strike for the Pirates, who rolled a victory tonight. And another shutout for the defense. 41-0. The Fairhope Pirates improved to 4-0 under first-year coach Adam Weingarten. Way to go tonight. Pirates winning at home. And our next stop, Jubilee Stadium, right down the road. The home team, Daphne Trojans, taking on Northview from the Dothan area. Northview coming in at 2-1 and ready to play. Daphne at 2-1, coming off that exciting overtime victory over Foley last week. And here comes Northview's Jalen Thomas. Under pressure, finds Jonathan Carmichael, and it's 7-0 in favor of the visitors. There's TJ Fleeton, the outstanding quarterback for the Daphne Trojans. Avoids one tackle, then two, then races down the sideline, runs out of bounds to keep the drive alive. And on this drive, Joshua Johnson's going to get the call, and here he goes. And there he goes. Joshua Johnson with a touchdown run. Put 6 on the board for Daphne. They beat Northview tonight, 35-23. Glen Victory's Trojans now 3-1 on the season. Spanish Fort taking on Faith Academy tonight, and Spanish Fort is on a roll. The Toros going strong, ranked number 5 in the state. Joel Poe fires deep. DJ Johnson back in the game tonight after missing the last 2 on suspension. He takes that pass down to the 2-yard line, and then Poe finds Blaine Crane across the middle. And it's 35-0 in favor of the Toros. And then Poe again to throw, looking for his favorite receiver. Who would that be? Deion Johnson. And Johnson's got it, and he's loose. And 42-0 in favor of the Toros, and they win it tonight by a final of 49-14. Mark Freeman's team off to a 4-0 start and looking good. Viger at BC Rain tonight. The Wolfpack taking on the BC Rain Red Raiders at Theodore. That's the home stadium, of course, of the Bobcats, but it's also the home stadium this season for the Red Raiders, and it was all Viger Wolves tonight. Devin Adams, that outstanding quarterback for the Viger Wolfpack, threw 4 last week. And wait a minute, that one is deflected and intercepted, so says the referee. Viger, though, cruises to a victory, and there's another shutout tonight as the Wolfpack back on track, 33-0 winners tonight over the Red Raiders of BC Rain.
It's time for Sideline's Lucky Dog of the Week, sponsored by Aaron's.
And our lucky dog mascot of the week, the Daphne Trojan. Always ready to cheer on the Daphne Trojans, and the Trojans with a victory tonight at home against Northview, 35-23. Our Aaron's lucky dog mascot of the week, the Daphne Trojan. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more of Sideline, including a trip to the Eastern Shore to check on the Bayside Admirals, who welcome the T.R. Miller Tigers from Brewton, Alabama.
Hi, we're LeFlore High School varsity cheerleaders, and you're watching News 5 WKRG Sideline 2012. Here's Randy Patrick.
How about that for an introduction? Congratulations to the LeFlore Rattlers, our cheerleaders of the week here on Sideline. Welcome back. Let's get right back to the highlights. Speaking of the LeFlore Rattlers, at home tonight, there's Anthony Schamberger, a former LeFlore player, now the head coach there in his first year at LeFlore, leading his team out at PRICHARD Stadium. The Williamson Lions, the visitors, and how about that for another outstanding throw and catch? We're seeing a lot of them tonight. That was James Leatherwood to Corey Lee, and Corey Lee runs it into the end zone for the touchdown, and that gave LeFlore a 7-0 lead. Williamson looking for its first victory of the season under first-year head coach Dedrick Sumter, and he didn't get it tonight, but he almost did. It was a close game, went right down to the wire. LeFlore coming away tonight with a 14-12 victory over the Williamson Lions. LeFlore is even at 2-2. Williamson drops to 0-4. There you see DELANEY Stadium. There's a Saint, and we must be in Saints territory. That would be St. Paul's High School on the Hill. Gulf Shores visiting St. Paul's, a team at 2-1 tonight. And that's a touchdown there for Austin McPherson, the youngster. That made it 42-0 in favor of the home team. Then Austin Mosley will take the handoff. and gets tackled here. And here's another handoff to McPherson, and he takes it in. And a long night for the Dolphins defense, and there's another shutout. It's been a trend tonight. St. Paul's winning it 49-0. Steve Mask and his team now 3-1 on the year. Escambia County, the Blue Devils coming down from Atmore to take on the U.S. Wright Bulldogs, who won last week at Thomasville. There you see a bad snap for the punter, and that's going to put the Blue Devils offense inside red territory, and a touchdown there on the quarterback sneak. Terry Curtis, though, not pushing the panic button, as DeAndre Smith will even the score at 7 apiece, and a big crowd always at Cooper Stadium on Old Shell Road. Troy Dixon, who was our player of the week last week for his 4 touchdown performance, making a 5 touchdown performance last week. There's another touchdown, 14-7 in favor of UMS Wright. They put 50 on the board. What an offense. A lot of blocking, good blocking going on for Terry Curtis's offense. 50-15, your final score in favor of UMS Wright, who's now 3-1 on the year. Here's a big battle here. T.R. Miller coming down from Bruton to take on Bayside Academy. Miller number 3 in 3A, Bayside number 7 in the class. Kevin Davis with a touchdown toss for the visitors. The Admirals dressed up tonight, hoping for a victory. And it's Cameron Coleman for T.R. Miller with the touchdown. And Bayside Academy going to have to play some come-from-behind football, but hey, they're used to it. They did it many times last year, and they get something going here on a great punt return, and that will set up the offense led by Hunter Slater, who throws here for a nice touchdown, and this one went right down to the wire, 37-35. T.R. Miller escapes with the victory to stay undefeated as they upset the home crowd tonight, 37-35. Jamie Riggs got it going again at T.R. Miller. There's a good rivalry game. It's getting ready to develop. Satsuma and Saraland tonight. Saraland coming in at 2-1. Satsuma at 1-2. Quarterback Jay Ward there on the sidelines warming up. And here is Wendell Archie, the tight end, making a great catch in the corner of the end zone. He also had another touchdown reception. And Saraland gets the win tonight, 56-7 over the Gators of Satsuma. Dothan at Robertsdale tonight. Dothan coming in at 2-1. Robertsdale's Brian Campbell looking for the first victory of the season. Bears down 33-0, and that's Kyrian Williams throwing deep to Connor Eglinton for the long gain. Next play, it's going to be picked off here by Robertsdale. A good highlight here to show you, but it was a long night for the Golden Bears, who come up short tonight, 40-14, your final score. Foley on the road tonight in Enterprise. Yes, we have highlights. The Foley Lions trying to bounce back from that overtime loss last week to Daphne, taking on the Wildcats of Enterprise. And Foley striking first on Chris Shepard's up the middle run there. And a field goal puts the home team on the board, 7-3. Then Felix Lewis going to get loose for the Foley Lions for the score. And Foley picks up the road win tonight, 42-17, the final.
Rush into your Southern Ford dealer for the Great American Tailgate event. Your Southern Ford dealers are proud to recognize this week's Coach of the Week.
And our Coach of the Week, you just saw him a second or two ago, Terry Curtis, leading the UMS Wright Bulldogs. He's in his 11th season. He's led the Bulldogs in 10 years to 4 state championships. A former assistant coach at Murphy and former head coach at Shaw High School. Terry Curtis, our Coach of the Week. We'll be right back.
Keith Palmer here from Palmer's Toyota Superstore. You got to see this play.
And back to Ladd Stadium, Jason Smith from McGill-Toolen with a perfect strike to Harrison Emsad for the score. That led McGill-Toolen to a touchdown and an exciting 29-28 win tonight over the Davidson Warriors. And quickly, we'll show you a couple of other scores. Mobile Christian improving to 4-0 with a win tonight. St. Luke's gets a home victory over Essex, and Washington County getting a victory over Choctaw County, 40-6. Tomorrow, Alabama and Florida Atlantic, Mississippi State hosting the Jaguars, and Auburn and LSU at 6. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.